Jump on in, friends. Welcome to the Mini Indie Van podcast. I, the koala, am your driver on this journey, and I am joined by our carpool gaming leader, Sean Capri. How you going, Sean?
Hi, how are you? I spent most of today in a swimming pool, so I'm feeling a little flushed, but I'm feeling great. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. Finally! I get to be on the Mini Indie Van. Finally, yes. Goodness gracious.
I feel like the only person I haven't had on here is Ryan, and I don't know how many indie games Ryan has played. So yeah. I guess I'll have to ask them.
Yes. Well, I'm sure Ryan would love to be on the show. I am stoked about this and the topic that we have, and just hanging out with you. This is going to be great. Thanks for having me.
Yay, I'm so glad to have you on here because I know you do play indie games, probably not as frequently as what some of us in Carpool
No, I demand $100 million budgets for my games. Absolutely. No. I think, we'll talk about it, I'm sure. I think this Absolutely. May surprise some people. I'm just not like the cozy gamer. I think that a lot of people, there's a different slice of indie, you know?
No, that's fine. Like, there is so many different genres in indie games. So
yeah, I'm here to defend my indie cred. I came for that because I feel under attack by the indie crowd out there. All of you cozy gamers, you're kind of vicious, you know? A bunch of gatekeepers out here.
Hold on. Wait a minute now.
See?
We're not that bad.
I'm here for the chaos. You are not prepared, Fulya.
Yeah, no, I'm not, apparently.
No one is here to help you. It's just you and me in here, man.
Oh, my God. Help me. Well.
My first and last guest appearance.
No, never.
This
is your... Never, yeah.
Play that one. Sorry, go ahead.
This is your dedicated Jeez Louise. This is your dedicated monthly indie game podcast here at Carpool Gaming, and we hope you enjoy the ride. Before we begin, we need to clean out this van. We've got a lot of housekeeping to do. So, first of all, this show is now available in video form. So for those of you who want to watch the video version, you can head over to youtube.com/Carpool Gaming, and you will see that right there. And it will release on the same day as the free feed on the audio podcast. So hopefully you all look forward to that. Also, give us a rating or a review of 5 stars for the podcast, just to help it sort of boost up in the searches so that it comes across for other people who are looking forward to listening to some indie game content. That'd be really appreciated. And we'll also read those reviews here on the show. So that'd be really appreciated. And a friendly reminder that you can get some exclusive content over on patreon.com/Carpool Gaming, including a new episode of Pants. At the time of recording, Sean's Pants will be live. You'll be able to listen to it. Go check it out. And Sean's just smiling.
I just like the way that you said that. My pants will be live.
Yes, they will be. They will be live on the line. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway. Of course, a new episode of the GUIs podcast is also available. Seth was joined by Croco Kyle to chat about Escape from Ever After. If you want to go check that out, it's available on your free feeds. So go have a listen. There's a new episode of Campfire featuring Seth and myself, which is now live on Patreon. We talk about casting Muppets in movies. We talk about indie games over there as well, and a few other things. So go have a listen. It's always a good time whenever I get a chat.
The Muppets, it's such a great topic. Oh my God, what an amazing idea. I need to reach out to Seth. I was listening to it a little bit earlier. I need to reach out to Seth. But I also don't want to spoil it. Like, I want to talk about it, but I'm not going to do it, so I'm restraining, but not all that well, because obviously I'm yammering about it. So people should go check it out. It will prompt, you must listen, because you then must comment. You will likely have disagreements or additions maybe on the casting choices in these movies. It's very
yes, good. Yes, absolutely. So go have a listen to that. And also, a new episode of Sweet Hangs is now available for you to go listen with Donnie and Sean. I was about to say Seth for whatever reason, but
next time.
Next time, maybe.
I'm very curious about the crossover of the audience between this show and that Sweet Hangs episode. It is so Xbox hardcore, like the whole shakeup that's going on. So, yeah, I mean, listener beware, I suppose. It's 4 hours of a dissertation, dissection of what's going on in Xbox land.
That's all right. I'll be listening to it in chunks as well, so it's all good.
Fair. I get it.
But you can also support the show entirely for free by leaving a quick 5-star review or rating wherever you listen, which is what I mentioned before. Another easy and free way to help the show grow is to tell a friend that you think would like this show. If you know anyone who likes indie games or plays indie games and wants to know more about some of the other indie games that are out there, get them to listen to them in the indie van. Like, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, spam your friends. Send your friends 5 emails and then tell them to send 5 emails. We'll give you the starter one. Hell yeah.
Our current Backtrackers game in the Carpool Gaming Discord is Fury Unleashed, and they will be meeting up on Saturday, the 7th of March at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. So if you want to be part of that meeting, make sure you've played the game, or even don't. Just come in and hang out and just listen to everybody chat about the game. It's all good.
Do whatever you want.
And also, do whatever. And then also, current Book Crafters theme, the theme for March has been decided, and it is book adaptations. Which did it better? And they will be meeting on Saturday, the 21st of March at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully you all look forward to that. Come and join us in the Carpool Gaming Discord. The link will be in the show notes. But yeah, that is pretty much it for, I think we've cleaned out that van really well. Speaking
Thank
span,
God.
no dust left.
Oh my gosh. Just a bunch of rappers around here. All right.
Yeah, I know, right? Too many Macca's runs.
That's right.
Alrighty, well, we like to start this show with high beaming and indie, and this is where we highlight a game, an indie game of our choosing that we want everybody else to check out. So I'm going to throw it over to you, Sean. What game would you like to highlight today?
It is available on, I believe, everything now. Just released on Nintendo Switch, previously on Xbox and PlayStation and Steam. It's a very simple game. It's a game where you play as a dot. You play as a Hyperdot, the titular Hyperdot. The game is Hyperdot. You must dodge all the shapes coming at you. And you might think, what a simple concept. You're in just a little circle, this little cute little dot, and you dodge around. And all these triangles are coming at you, and these squares are coming at you, hexagons, you name the shape, it's coming at you. But they really do a nice job of changing up. I think there's over 100 levels in this thing. Sometimes it's the surface is made out of ice, and so you kind of slide around. Sometimes the lights are off, and the only thing giving off light is you, the dot, so you can kind of there's really interesting shadow effect that happens, and it's oh snap, this is more than I anticipated. Yes, the trailer's up now. Dodge shapes. Very simple, but as it kind of goes along, it's very gratifying. I'm trying to remember the spirograph is kind of the thing. Did you ever have spirograph, Fulya? With the pen and you kind of draw the circles around and around.
Thing. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of gives that kind of vibes here. Also, not sure if we're gonna get this into the show or not, but the soundtrack is amazing. As far as I'm aware, made by one dude. The program, the music, everything was made by Charles McGregor. Just an absolutely just bone simple concept, but really well realized across a lot of different levels. You just don't think that the game is going to be able to go this far with such a straightforward concept. But it's a great palate cleanser in between whatever Claire Obscure you're playing or whatever Resident Evil that maybe people are playing right now. I don't know. But it's I really love Hyperdot, and I wanted to bring it up today because it did just launch on Nintendo Switch, and I had been bugging Charles, the developer of this game, for years. And so now that it's on Switch, the campaign shifts to Vita. We must bring this game to the PlayStation Vita.
That is very, very cool. All right.
Shout out Hyperdot.
Yeah, shout outs. I've not really like heard of this game before until you mentioned it on the shows, and it just looks very I don't know what to think. Like it's I don't know, like it hurts my eyes a little.
Oh my God.
Not that it's a bad thing, it's just more
but in a good way. Yeah, it hurts my eyes, but in a good way. I gotcha.
Yeah,
Must be an Australian thing.
I don't know. It looks very interesting. I don't know that I would be that sort of. I feel like you'd need to be really focused on what you're doing while you're playing, so you don't get hit.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of like really gets me. Like I like games like this because I don't know about you, Fulya. Like there's so many distractions here, there, and everywhere. Like the games that really help me like dial in. Like this one, you're laser focused on this. And it starts simple enough, survive this thing for 10, 15 seconds and that's fine. But then it gets into a little bit more, you collect the little tokens that appear here and there and sit in this circle for 5 seconds. Like it's really, it's more than meets the eyes. It's almost like a transformer this year, Hyperdot. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
but it may hurt your eyes in a good way. So just beware, I suppose.
Get hyper focused with Hyperdot.
That's right. That's right.
Well, Sean, I thought I'd bring in a particular type of indie game that I've played, and I finished not too long ago. I forced myself to finish it, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I wanted to talk about Chicken Police Paint It Red. Okay. And this game I feel like it's a fee game because it's a murder mystery. It's kind of like a cop drama. Mm-hmm. But the difference with this one is you're animals. You're human bodies with animal heads, and the protagonist that you play as is a rooster. And it's very film noir, if you want to put it that way. It's a very noir story. It's point and click. Something's going on. Obviously, people are being killed. And you have to essentially solve the case of this murder and things that are happening. And, this particular rooster character that you're playing is... he's kind of getting to the point where he's going to be retired, right? But he's been on a sabbatical, I guess. He's been on a bit of a break from work because of things that have happened in his life. But this case has brought him back in. And even though he's not technically supposed to be working on it, he still does it anyway.
That sounds like Fee too. I feel like Fee's always doing something. She's not working. She's still working. Come on, take it easy.
You're still working.
Just when you think you're out, they bring you back in. Chicken Police, Paint It Red.
Chicken Police, Paint It Red. Yep.
Nice.
And it is available pretty much on all platforms. Maybe not on Switch though, which is a bit of a shame. I feel like it'd work really well maybe on the Switch too now that it's a thing. So yeah. Actually, no, it is okay, I am incorrect. It is available on all platforms.
Perfect.
This is me correcting myself. You can play it on the Switch.
Yeah, delete that
and
comment.
I just love this, way of, point and click sort of a game. It's an interactive visual novel, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Bit of a puzzle game. And it's fully voice acted. And the voice acting is on point. It's so good.
Nice. It's got to be voice acted for film noir. It has a very particular style. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's got a very good story, and the humor is done very well in this too. A lot of animal puns, by the way.
Oh, I'm in. Oh, don't bury the lead. That's the one. That's it. Yes. Yes, we're here for this.
Especially with the chickens,
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Kind of like Duck Detective had a bunch of good puns. Had good puns in there. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely,
good writing.
And this is, not too dissimilar to that, only it's a bit more hyper-realistic.
Yeah, the visuals were
not so
something
cutesy.
Else. Yeah, they literally just took off the human head and put an animal head and there it is.
Yeah. It's very good. I really enjoyed playing through it, although I feel like it may have overstayed its welcome just a tad. But it's probably my fault for trying to finish off 3/4 of the game in one night.
Maybe. How long did it take? What do you mean? How long was that?
I'm not 100% sure how long it actually took me, but let me see.
How long the beat says 9.5 hours, main story 7 hours, main plus sides 10, completionist 11. So yeah, Fulya, take a break. Have a sleep. That's a lot. That's.
And you know what's funny?
It's not exactly like a short hike or something like that.
No, and I was playing it while I was watching like a couple gaming stream. I think you were streaming. You're doing your morning stream at the time, and
yes.
I was like, I need to finish this. I must finish this.
Yeah. That can definitely sour things. Like a lot of it. I don't know. We can get onto a whole other thing about what colors our impressions of games. It's like, how are you feeling that day? Like, are you tired? Are you starting it at the end of the night? Like all these kinds of things. It definitely matters. But yeah, trying to do a 10-ish hour game in one run, Fulya. I mean, that just means you liked it, really, because you just kept going.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just wanted to finish it as quickly as possible, just because I had started it a while ago, but then never went back to finish it. So when I was like, all right, I need to finish it, that's when I ended up doing it in kind of like a one sort of session as quickly as I could.
Yeah.
If you want to check it out, it's available. There is a demo for this on Steam right now. I'm not sure how long that demo will last, but it's there. And it is developed by The Wild Gentleman, published by Handy Games. But like I said, it is available on all platforms. So if you want to go check it out, you definitely should.
Very good.
And that is High Beaming and Indie. So now that that's out of the way, it is time to chuck in the destination into our maps. And we're going to be talking about indie games that were released in the era of the 2010s. So games that were released between 2010 and 2019.
That's right.
And I was surprised by how many indie games I've played that came out of that particular era. But this was a topic that Sean wanted to chat about. So Sean, I want you to start it off. Why specifically 2010s?
Thank you, Fulya. Thank you very much. I'm very passionate about this, actually. And I don't know exactly what the moment was where I was like, holy crap, like this decade is unbelievable. Like it's one of those things where you start to go, oh yeah, there's this game. And I won't spoil it because we got a whole thing to get to here, but it's like, oh, this game came on this year. And then this game came out in this year, and like, what has happened? Like, it is crazy. And we're going to celebrate a whole decade of indie games here. And for better or for worse, I have a fairly comprehensive list, Fulya. I know, could we do 3 games? Sure. But no, but absolutely not. There's far too many. And there's maybe even a case to be made, like, I love this kind of idea. Like, what was the best year for indie games? I don't know if that's something, but we can pin that for another day.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think, every year's going to be a good year for indie games. We're always talking, that's why this show exists. I just feel like in the 2010s, something happened. I guess maybe one of the things that happened, bringing it back to like the AAA games that we were talking about before, is like games started taking way longer to come out. And all of a sudden these platforms like PlayStation, PS4 in particular, I would say, and the Vita as well, really started to rely on these indie studios to fill in the games in between some of the larger, more tentpole kind of releases. And like, this is now a hallmark of the 2010s. So as we go through this, I think we're going to discover there's quite a lot here. As we close it, we're now in the back half of the 2020s, which is absolutely nuts. I don't like even having to say that out loud. But that would be kind of fun to do as well, like the 2020s, maybe even 2020 to 2025, some of the best games there. There's just so many. I do feel like the volume has really increased. But yeah, like last 2010, 2020 to 2019 is about the time when I started doing this as well. So I really started paying attention to it quite a lot. I started getting back into, gaming in a big, heavy way for me personally. Prior to that, I was well, I guess I would have been in college just up until, I think I graduated college in 2008. So 2010, like it just kind of like all fit right at the right time. And I kind of just wanted to chat with you about it. There's lots of really now wonderful studios. I think that what we'll find is there's a couple of games in particular that pave the way for others to go, oh, this is a real opportunity for us. And people who were raised on like the NES, the Super Nintendo, some of those early consoles started making games. And like we got these retro style games that were maybe adding new elements, roguelike elements and things like that. So I'm yammering on, but like it's a really special decade, and we'll talk about some of the games that made it so.
Yes, we definitely will. So, Sean, with that being said, what is your first game you would like to mention that came out between 2010 and 2019?
Oh man. Okay. You're going to do that. Hey, cause like I have like games for every year. Like I have games for like 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14. So some of the things I'm just going to go really quickly because I think some of the games I alluded to earlier that kind of like showed that this was going to be possible. Right away in 2010, Super Meat Boy came out, and that was a huge deal, just with how snappy it was and kind of in your face. But then also Limbo in 2010 came out as part of Xbox Live Arcade. This was still a 360 era kind of thing, and it's like it did so much heavy lifting. It legitimized indie games, but it also did some heavy lifting on helping to legitimize like digital games. This is going back, like now we're looking into our history books, and some of us, we all know we get so many, especially indie games. They're just digital. But there was once upon a time where it's like, are those real games? Like, is that as legitimate? Are they the same as the ones that I'm buying at Best Buy and GameStop or whatever it is? What is it in Australia? What's GameStop in Australia? Is it Game? What do you guys have over there?
We had a place called Game, but it's majority EB Games.
But imagine like, the game, you couldn't buy it at EB Games, you only digital. So all of a sudden, Super Meat Boy and Limbo, at least in the era that we're talking about, really started to, like I think Castle Crashers was earlier than that. That was probably one of the more early ones. But yeah, Super Meat Boy, 2010, Limbo, also 2010. Then we got Binding of Isaac in 2011. I don't think that this is a Fulya game in the least.
Probably not, no.
Just really a strange game, but started to introduce like these procedurally generated type of things that we now see all the time. Like, let's just go for a run and see and hope for the best. I hope I got a good set of procedurally generated like levels. Everything was different. Like, we started playing games totally different. Remember, prior to that, it was Halo and Call of Duty and, Madden, like so typical. But I guess this is kind of like why this show exists. This is why we like indie games, because we want a little bit of difference here. But I will give you one that will stand out, maybe as a most important. God, I could give you 40, honestly, Fulya. Like
I was going to say we're going to do it like top 3.
Oh God,
so that's why we're going one at a time.
Top 10. Oh man. Okay, well let me give you this one, because I think there's a lot of these that kind of spark a whole genre. I'm gonna give you Gone Home from Fulbright.
Gone Home.
Gone Home came out in 2013, and this was one that was like, just like so many others, you can have an entirely different experience. Did you ever play Gone Home?
No, I have not.
Gone Home is a walking simulator, and this is kind of what I mean. Like, before Gone Home, maybe there was one or two of these previous, but like not really a popular genre. Now this is something that we see all the time. You walk into this house, and it's got creepy vibes. Even the box art or the cover art, whatever you want to call it, very creepy. It looks like you're going in for like a horror experience. And I absolutely will not spoil it, because you personally have not played it. You should play Gone Home. I really recommend this. It's so special, and it changed so much. Fulbright ended up doing a follow-up, very different type of game as far as setting, Tacoma. It was set in space, but similar type of experience in that you're kind of it's very solo. And you got a bunch of these in Vanishing of Ethan Carter and Edith Finch and all these other. The Chinese Room did one as well. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Like, a lot of these started to come out, and Gone Home just kind of like kicked the door open, and you just. for a narrative experience that you would have just by yourself, just reading Post-its and like picking up a journal over here and hearing an audio journal and kind of like finding it out. It's a really cool game. And so I think that one definitely deserves to be shouted out here in the 2010s special indie games.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've not really heard of this one before. So I'm glad you're sort of brought it to light.
You simply must. And people listening who have played it, they will agree. I absolutely, I have no doubt. I feel very strongly about this one, Fulya. You're gonna love it. It's very good.
All right,
I think it holds up. You add it to the wish. I mean, really, and it's like, yeah, like it's not a new game. Obviously, it's the point of the dang segment here. Like, what do we? I'll pull up Steam. You can keep going. I want to. It
says 2013, so it came out in August of 2013 by Fulbright. They say it's short, so I like a short indie game. So that's definitely up my alley. Short indie games are great. But yeah, like it looks like the vibes do look a bit creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It'll be fine. Or be afraid. Do whatever you want. I don't care.
That's fine.
It is funny. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, I don't want to steer you away from it. So you should.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't even played Edith Finch, and I know that one's probably a bit more creepier than what this one looks like. So.
It's a little weirder. It's very weird. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just the vibes that you get.
This one is
and the things that you have to do.
Very end, you have got to. I cannot believe it. This is actually, you know what? This is required playing. This is it. This is now assigned.
Okay. I've got homework.
You've got it. Yeah, I bet you didn't think you were going to exit this podcast with homework, but gone home.
Hey,
man, it's the point of this whole segment. Like I said, I am passionate about it. It is unbelievable. Yes. A lot of what we have now is really thanks to what happened in the 2010s. So shout out to them.
Okay, interesting. Right. Cool. Well, thank you for that. All right, so I'm going to bring in my first pick, and it is for a game that I didn't even realize kind of like came out in the 2010s, but it's more in the later half of the 2010s, and I'm going to give you Donut County.
There it is. Yes. Donut County rules.
Donut County.
Good pick.
Came out in 2018, and it was developed by Ben Esposito, published by Annapurna Interactive, and I played it on my PlayStation. And let me just say, this is such a funny, very humorous kind of like game where you're controlling a hole in the ground that swallows everything up. And the whole point of the game is to essentially have everything drop down this hole. That is it.
That's it.
But there's a whole like story behind it as well. There's it's like a capitalism thing. There's like a big mega corporation behind it all. But the one that's doing a lot of the it's really quirky. I love the art style of this game as well. And it's just, I didn't even think I wanted this in my life, but I'm so glad I did.
Yeah, this is something
so funny.
On the surface, it's like, how is this even a game? Like, what do you mean you just have to roll the hole underneath other things for them to fall into it? And of course, as you do so, the hole gets larger. And it's like satisfying is going to be a word that probably is going to be overdone in a conversation like this. But it is just very satisfying the way things kind of like fall over, the physics of them. It's the way it should be. It's kind of goofy, but it's nice to just clear it all out, you know?
Yep. Yeah. And like you said, it is very satisfying.
Yeah.
And as more things drop down the hole, it gets bigger and bigger, but you won't be able to do it immediately with the bigger stuff because it starts off very small. You have to fill it up as much as possible. But not only can you do that, you can fill it up with water for certain puzzles that you have to do. You can fill it up with firecrackers, and you can make popcorn in it. And it is so whimsical. And I highly recommend checking out Donut County. I believe it's available on all platforms.
Yeah.
Go and play it. It is always on sale. Right now, it is 30% on.
Nice. 70% off. I like this. Yes.
Yeah. Not for too long though.
Oh,
so make sure you go check it out.
Get Donut County. Yeah, that game rules.
That's on Steam, by the way. It's on sale on Steam.
Heck yes.
Yes, Donut County I wanted to bring to light because it was one of those games that I didn't even think that I would enjoy, but then the moment I jumped into it and I played through it, I then platinumed it. Like it was that good.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, that's a great platinum to have. Did you say whimsical? Did you use that word?
Yes.
Because I'm going to repeat it. Yes, that is the word for this game. Yeah, very nice. Very good.
Yes. All right, Sean, give us your second pick.
Okay, well, I would love to do that for you, but I need to give you a bit of a rush of games here because
here we go.
I do think there's some that deserve at least like a shout out as far as they really. These are the ones. These are the ones that when you think about games that kick things off. In 2012, we got Journey. I think you played Journey? I think I've heard you talk about Journey. I love
Journey. Journey's great,
Journey.
Yeah.
Journey was very cool. Fez is a game. I think that was Phil Fish made Fez. I think of Spelunky when I think of games in 2010s. I think of Monument Valley when I think of these games. Like
love
really,
Monument Valley. Yep.
Just really special. I think about studios like Drinkbox and Image and Form, like these are now, I mean, Image and Form isn't even Image and Form anymore. Like they're Thunderful. And I think they're owned by Atari now. So it's just like humble beginnings and just great games. And they just continue to build. So I want to give a shout out to Journey, Fez, Spelunky, some of those games for sure. Okay. But a second game, good Lord, how am I supposed to pick, Fulya? In 2016, a game came out that finally satisfied everybody who wanted a Harvest Moon type of game, and we all know it is still getting updates. It just celebrated its 10-year anniversary. Of course, I'm talking about Stardew Valley. And it's like, again, this story was told in the, I think, Jason Schreier book, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, about just like, the risk that these developers take when they're just trying to make a game that they're really passionate about, and to see the story that it's become. Stardew Valley is a household name. Like, this is an absolute staple. Everybody is playing Stardew Valley. They continue to support this thing.
I think this is one of those games where farming sims just started to blow up.
Oh my God, no kidding.
Once this came to thing, yeah.
Yeah, well, and again, like obviously inspired by Harvest Moon, probably most notably, but yeah, like definitely gave light to like an entire genre of content creators even. So Stardew Valley it starts out so small, like you're just taking over your grandpa's farm, but like you become just an absolute monster, behemoth of an operation, or you can go marry whoever, like all the drama happening in the town and everything. It's just a very special game made by one person. How is this possible?
That's nuts.
It's beautiful soundtrack, beautiful, perfect pixel art with this one. Like all sorts of different types of gameplay. You think, okay, I can do some farming, but also go in the mines for a little bit and do that for 2 hours, or go, chat people up and go romancing people. It's just, or fish for 3 days straight. Who cares? Like, do whatever you want. This is one of those games. The reason I wanted to bring it up is I legitimately just can't imagine life without Stardew Valley existing. Like, I'm just so thankful it's here. There's a lot of games that like get made, and yes, I enjoy them, but Stardew Valley is one of those that like, this must be here. Like, thank God somebody made it. It was meant to be here among us. It's as important as, I mean, did Among Us come out in the 2010s? Like, I think Among Us might also be up in here as well. But yes, I could go off on that tangent for a little bit. Stardew Valley, incredibly special. What can I possibly say that hasn't already been said about it? But emblematic of the 2010s in the way that I think of how special this era truly, truly was. So shout out to Stardew Valley.
Yeah, look, Stardew Valley is definitely one of those games where I think especially a lot more content creators were really getting into a lot more. And the fact that you can also do multiplayer in this game is actually really cool, where you can have, farms with your friends and do all that sort of stuff as well. And I love that it's almost like its own sort of like a farming sim RPG.
Yes. Yeah, it really is. And there's secrets to be found and all sorts of weird things. Like, it's just so deep. They could have made just that, you plant your thing and then you harvest it and then you, it's so much deeper than it really, really needed to be. I can just imagine the obsessive nature of making it. But we could do this. A totally optional thing. Okay, that must be in the game, and that must have extended development for another 6 months to 6 years. Like, who even knows, man? Very, very
Absolutely.
special.
Yeah. It's a massive game, and they constantly add so many different like DLCs. People can do mods to it if you're playing it on PC, and there have been some really interesting mods to this game too, in terms of like theming and all that sort of stuff. So huge shout out to Stardew Valley. That's a good one. Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Well, following up with that.
I'm coming in with heavy hitters, Fulya. Like, there's a lot here. This decade. I mean, maybe it's just my age. The other part is like maybe it's just the point in time in my life where these just hit. It just felt like the NES era. It's like, I can't believe. I remember talking to Bobby, the Nintendo guru, and he's like, I came home one day with like The Legend of Zelda and Punch Out and Mario or something. Like, he had like the trifecta of games. I'm like, man, what a time to be alive. Imagine being alive in the 2010s when all these indie games were coming out. Oh, what a time.
So good. Well, this is a game that I really want to mention because they've got a new game coming out and I'm really looking forward to it. It's by a Melbourne-based team. It's an Australian team, development team. It's Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, yeah.
I have to shout out Untitled Goose Game. I had so much fun playing this game when it came out. I played it on the Switch, and you're a goose causing chaos, just running around the town, and you've got a list of tasks to complete, and you have to figure out how to get into places, like into a veggie patch, or you need to try and get the humans to open up gates. So you have to honk at them, and there is a dedicated honk button for the goose as well. You have to steal items from these humans, and you're causing absolute chaos with these humans just so that you can get around town, and it is hilarious. I never stopped giggling playing this game, and it's so much fun.
What a beautiful art style on this one too.
Absolutely.
It's so perfect.
It's so good. And not to mention, like, this is kind of like one of those games where I'm one of those type of people that when I play games, I'm always playing the good person. I don't want to be mean or evil, or I'll make good choices rather than bad choices. But in Untitled Goose Game, because the whole point of the game is to cause chaos, you go crazy. And I loved being able to just be naughty. A naughty goose.
Yeah, because it's like you're pranking more than anything. Like, you're not really causing much like actual damage. You're just kind of messing with people a little bit.
No, exactly.
And you're a cute goose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
And I love that they've also incorporated in recent years a co-op function, so you can play with a friend. And there's two geese now that can cause chaos. And I love it. It's so good. It is absolutely a fun time. And it's available it's pretty much available on all platforms. I feel like I want to pick it up on PlayStation just so that I can platinum it, because it's the best. It is absolutely platinum. Yeah. It is absolutely the best, and I just love being a little naughty goose. Or silly goose. I'm a silly goose.
Silly goose. Yeah. Oh, it really just came out and became a thing in its simplicity. Like, it's just so iconic, really. Like, it's like, that's the Goose. Like, it's a very, plain looking Goose, a very plain looking art style, but it's like also nothing looks like this in the exact same, at the exact same time. Yeah, it's like, that's the Goose from Untitled Goose Game. How did they nailed it. They absolutely nailed it.
Yeah. And whenever you see that Goose, it's from that game. So
exactly.
It's so good. It's absolutely fun. I would highly recommend playing it.
Oh, man.
All right, Sean. Third game you would like to shout out here.
More chaos for you, Fulya. More.
Chaos.
I don't know exactly where I'm going to land on this, but during the 2010s, something crazy happened. We got just a slew of great side scroller and or like platforming games and or Metroidvania games. Like, all of a sudden, I feel like that's when the term really came to be. Even that could have been coined in the 2010s as well. The Metroidvania, like this thing where you're going to wander around, you're going to upgrade your abilities, you're going to backtrack maybe a little bit. It's like, we got a bunch of those along with some 2D platform. I'm going to smash those together here and throw a few at you. I love the game Celeste. It came out in 2018. It is about climbing a mountain and facing your demons and overcoming your self-doubt. And it's a beautiful game. Don't worry about pulling these up because I'm not going long on any of these. Nah. This is an indie thing as well.
This is your sizzle reel.
This is my montage. Yeah, this is my sizzle reel. This is exactly. I throw Celeste into the mix. I throw Hollow Knight from 2017 into the mix. There's also like a weird kind of collection of games that were kind of like published as well, or was supported by PlayStation or Sony. Ori and the Blind Forest comes to mind here. I think Will o' the Wisps also came out in maybe this decade, but that one was really special. But to me, it all kicked off with Shovel Knight coming out on the Wii U, of all things, and on 3DS. It got a bunch of amiibo, like the support from Nintendo ended up being unbelievable. Shovel Knight came out in 2014, and it's special, and it's worthy for me to stick on here for a little bit, because this was the game, maybe among a few others, where I looked at it and went, oh, another one of those retro style kind of, like, it felt like kind of like it was pandering. It felt like it was almost too easy just to make like an 8-bit style kind of game or whatever, that 8-bit, 16-bit, somewhere in between. And I just felt like it was almost too easy. And then I got my hands on it. I'm like, this game is so special. Like, they just get it. The way it's so silly. The Shovel Knight as a character is very strange. The pogo stick kind of, have you played Shovel Knight? Like, have you bounced around with a shovel? Oh man. Shovel Knight it just gets it. It gets what made all those games so special, but so much new. And just like this, again, it's been said before, a lot of Mega Man is in here, a lot of DuckTales, the pogo stick kind of mechanic is in here. The risk reward that you can get as you progress through the levels, you can either go through a checkpoint and it will be there for you. If you die, you'll just restart at the checkpoint, or you can smash it so that you get more gold and jewels and stuff you can spend in the town. This is the one. It's so, they just nailed it right out of the gates. Another reason I wanted to bring it up, Fulya, is because like for a while there, it seemed like Kickstarter was like a legitimate, well, it not just seemed like, it was a legitimate way for people to get their games up off the ground. This game was kickstarted to Kingdom Come. Like they kickstarted, people supported this so much they ended up making expansions and more levels and more stuff for Shovel Knight for pretty much until now. It's basically taken them until like Mina the Hollower. That's Yacht Club I'm talking about. Shovel Knight is so good. And again, like it's the one that's what we think of. High profile, but low, like it was an indie game. Who are these people? Who is Yacht Club? They just nailed it right out of the gate. Super special. Shout out to Shovel Knight and this whole slew of side-scrolling, platforming, maybe some Metroidvanias in there as well. I feel like I missed out on, how could I forget? Guacamelee and the SteamWorld Digs. And, we don't have enough time for the 2010s. All these games, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But shout out to Shovel Knight, I guess. I'll
Shovel Knight is definitely a special game for a lot of people, and I know that you, Seth, everybody from Couple that has played it, have spoken very highly of this game, and it looks really cool. I love the art style of it as well. And I like that they've also done collaborations with other games here and there as well.
Yes.
In the last few years as well. So that's actually been pretty cool to see.
Man. Oh, no kidding. What a breath.
I love that.
This topic.
Yes, mini indie van can do that sometimes. Alrighty, well, going from Shovel Knight, we're gonna turn it down a little. And this is a game that has been mentioned maybe once or twice on the show already, but I know we've spoken about this game, on the other shows that we do. And it's one of those games where I didn't even realize came out during the 2010s.
Yeah.
And it's by Nomada Studio, and it's Gris.
This was on my
Gris
list too. Yes.
Is such a special game to me just because of the beautiful art style. That is the one thing that I sort of gravitated towards. I saw this game so many times while at work. I work in a retail store that sells games, and I kept seeing the cover art to this game, and I never knew what it was. And then once I started getting into more indie games, I looked at Gris, and I think it was one of the backtracker games as well. So I was like, you know what? I need to give it a try and see what it's all about. And I fell in love with this game so hard. It's a platformer, but there's a whole story behind it where it's like the different stages of grief.
Yep.
And I'd say the grief side of things didn't really hit me as much as it did for a lot of other people. Probably because at the time I just wasn't really going through anything that I would have resonated with during the playthrough of this game, but I still understood the references from the game. I understood the feelings that it was trying to portray in the game. I couldn't stop taking screenshots, playing through it. It is gorgeous. The watercolor sort of, art style of it all. And yeah, it's so beautiful. The soundtrack is the best thing I've heard in a long time. And it's also one of those soundtracks that I, was able to use as a way to, fall asleep to.
Yeah.
To get me to sort of calm down and just sort of fall asleep. And Gris's soundtrack is absolutely amazing. Like I said, I did not realize that it came out in the 2010s. It released in 2018.
Just like Donut County, by the way.
Yeah, like Donut County. Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very good year. And yeah, I loved it so much. It was so good. And then of course, as soon as Never was announced, that was an immediate purchase for me. So
100%. Yeah. That's the thing about these indie games. Like, they can really have you lock in on these studios, right? Because they have such a focus, and you want to see them succeed and maybe put a little bit more money into the next one. You're kind of very curious on what might they be able to do with a little more security and backing and time and those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, Never was obviously a wonderful follow-up to this. I'm so glad you highlighted this one, Fulya. Like,
yeah.
I'm right with you. It's one that sort of like stands out outside of, like, I don't know what grouping I would put this in necessarily. Like, it's not like the Shovel Knights and the Ori and the Blind Forest. Like, it's not like any of those. It's a game that exemplifies what's special about indie games, in that there's a confidence to it, in that it doesn't have to be anything more than what it is. It's a couple hours long. There's no voice acting. There's no like, there's a lot of things that it just doesn't have. There's no real like action. Like, there's a lot of things that, people who, I don't know, they want to make games maybe less, I don't know. But like, if you want to like take up something again, it's very easy to do so. But there's confidence here in that, like, no, this is a game with a very specific narrative that is delivered in a very creative way, and it's an absolute work of art. It is
Absolutely.
the going through the stages of grief. For me, it did hit like those that was it's in my bones. When I think about my experience with this game, it's just like I couldn't believe how deep it was settling in with me. And it's just like I said, there's a lot of things you could take away from it, but you would be stupid to do so. It's just wonderful to experience it at the time that you're ready for that. It's one of the things I like most about indie games, especially the more narrative driven ones, is for me, I'm big on this, Fulya. Like, it's not,
same.
I'm not going to play it just because it comes out. It's like, I'm ready for this type of game. And so like that I've discovered that has really amplified my experiences with games like this. Is like, okay, now it's time for Gris. Like it's like, if that makes any sense. This one is very, very special. And it's just like, you're really just like running. You're just kind of like run to the right a little bit. You kind of like maybe
do a little platforming,
toggle this thing over here. And like I said, there's a lot of things you could take away from it, but very, very special. Very glad you brought it up. Yeah.
Just very atmospheric. And yeah, it's just one of those type of games where you play through it and you just sort of sit with it, and it's
you let it just enter you. It's very nice.
Absolutely love it. Alrighty, well, now that we've highlighted some of the games we wanted to really mention here, how about a few honorable mentions? Now I know you've already been doing your own thing.
There's
Do you have
way more.
any more?
There's more. Oh, of course, there's more. I mean, Resogun from Housemarque used to be independently owned. So Resogun on PS4, of course. What else do I got over here? Wargroove. I want to give a shout out to Wargroove. The Messenger. I want to give a shout out to. Dead Cells was another one of those. Like we now have games like Dead Cells, and before 2017, man, 2017 was a good year. Did I say Hollow Knight already?
Yes.
Okay, Hollow Knight for sure. Oh, Firewatch. Firewatch was also another one. Like these indie games started showing up at PlayStation E3 presentations. Pretty unbelievable. Rocket League, now owned by Epic, was developed by Psyonix, was previously independently owned. And the one I will leave you with, maybe not a surprise for anybody, made by the Game Bakers in 2016, ended up on PlayStation Plus. The game is Fury. It's a boss rush game. It's not a Fulya game in the least. Just pure action. Just try to beat down the series of bosses. I love it, man. Like what a series. What a series of games. I played Hotline Miami on my Vita. Like I know like the fees out there love games like Papers, Please, The Stanley Parable. Like, oh my God, how are we supposed to just do like 3 or 4 games? It's impossible. The games here are so special. Night in the Woods, for God's sakes. Oh, Night in the Woods, yes. Gracious. People are screaming at. The reason I'm like going off like this is I know I'm not mentioning somebody's favorite indie game. The SteamWorld games, the Guacameles, like Severed. Oh my, it's too much. I'm sorry, Fulya.
Well, you mentioned Journey, which is one of my honorable mentions that I really enjoyed playing through. Journey's really great. Abzu also along the same sort of lines, and that one was really, really cool to play through as well. I didn't realize Cuphead was also from came out in 2017. Cuphead, back then.
Multiple mortgages taken out to make that game.
Yeah.
Just putting it all on the line, man. Pretty crazy.
So good. It is so good. You've got your Superliminal as well. Yep. Superliminal is up there. That came out in 2019. Like you mentioned, Short Hike, that also came out in 2019. Sayonara Wild Hearts, another one. 2019 was a good year.
I'm telling you, like it just kept coming. Like these games, it's funny because Claire Obscure just won Game of the Year at the Keeleys, and whether or not it's indie, I think has been called into question, I suppose. But like I'm so glad you do this show. Like these games deserve the spotlight. They're great and they're very creative and they move the needle and they're definitely worth people's attention. So they stand out among the hundreds of millions of dollars put into some of these bigger games. And it's like you can put any one of these next to them. They stand toe to toe with the biggest games, and they are absolutely worth people's time for sure.
Definitely. Well, I guess that comes to the end. We made it to our destination of indie games of the 2010s. There is a lot of games out there. If there's any games we didn't mention, please let us know. Shout out in the comments on Spotify, in the Discord. Let us know what games you really enjoyed that came out in the 2010s.
Super Hot, The Witness. Oh my God, there's so much.
Stuff. Because it's time now. We need to rush on over to the...
We didn't even say Undertale. Undertale in 2015. Oh my God. How? Okay, keep going. I'm done.
We need to rush on over to the indie circuit now, because we've got a lot of games coming out in March. This month, we've got quite a few, and I'm probably not going to be mentioning some that aren't on my list, but you're probably looking forward to, listener. But let me start off with the 5th of March. We have A Planet of Lana 2 coming out on all platforms. Slay the Spire 2 coming out on PC in early access. We have Lost and Found Co., which is a me game, coming out on the 6th of
me game too.
March.
Yes, me as well. Where's Wally? Yes, I'm in it for Where's Wally? Yes, or Waldo,
yes.
if you like, if you're on this side of the planet.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to Lost and Found Co. Mr. Sleepy Man, which is a Seth game, coming out on the 10th of March on PC. Tim, I
just like how you have like the tags. You like there's a Fulya game, there's a Seth game. I love that. This is great.
Timberborn coming out on the 12th of March on PC. Bubblegum Galaxy coming out also on the 12th of March on all platforms. Also on the same day, we've got a few coming out on the why do I keep saying 20? On the 12th of March, we have Dark Switch coming out on PC. 1348 Ex Voto coming out on PC and PlayStation. We've got Rel Warped Worlds and Troubled Times coming out on PC. Myth Match will be out on the 13th of March on PC. Another Seth game coming up, Bonnie Bear Saves Frog Time, coming out on the 16th of March on Switch. We've got Fallen Tier The Ascension coming out on the 17th of March on PC into early access. Project Songbird on the 26th of March on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. We've got Screamer, which is an anime combat racer, coming out on the 26th of March as well, also on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
That's the one. That's my pick of the litter right here. Screamer. I am here for it. I cannot wait. Have you seen this? Have you seen the trailer?
I've seen the trailer, yeah.
Oh my God, it looks great. Give it to me now. I wish I could understand this date format that you've got this in, because then I would know when to look forward to it. But I don't know. I didn't realize we have 26 months in the year. This is crazy. This is nuts.
Yeah, I've written it in the format that I understand, not anyone else.
Fair enough. I'll get a decryptor of some form. Figure this out.
So we've also got Opus Prism Peak coming out on the 26th of March on PC. And coming to Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 very soon, which is what they've also mentioned. Hosey coming out on the 30th of March on PC. And then the rest of these will be coming out on the 31st on PC. We've got the Posthumous Investigation, which is a Fee game, and she's already wishlisted it. Rack Coin Pusher Roguelike, and finally Little Nemo, which will also be coming to Nintendo Switch soon. That is a big list of games coming to you in March. Anything else in this list that you are looking forward to?
Yeah, Planet of Lana 2 for sure. I shouted out with Lost and Found Co. Planet of Lana 2 is kind of to me in the style of Limbo, Inside. I almost went to Little Nightmares, but it's not quite. That gives the wrong impression. But more kind of side-scrolly, very atmospheric, very kind of sci-fi, but also the story of humanity and family and what you're doing to save those around you. It's really Planet of Lana, really special, very beautiful. Just saturated colors, really just high definition. Planet of Lana, that looks great. For sure. Lost and Found Co. I cannot wait. This one I have been waiting, so I guess I could. But this one, yes, please. Lost and Found Co. for sure. And then Screamer,
Lost
I jumped
and Found
at.
Co. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lost and Found Co. I have been I've had this game on my wish list for so long.
Yeah, great demo. Right when
Yes.
whatever it was, Summer Game Fest or Cozy Games or Humble, whatever this.
Yeah.
I think it showed up at like 6 different showcases over the last couple of years. Finally, we will have it.
Yes. Oh, I cannot wait. It's going to be so great. But that is pretty much it for the show. We've just gone through a whole hour.
I came at you
So
like this is not the energy that people are used to for the mini indie fan. Let me scream at you about 100 games that came out between 2010 and 2019. People are like, goodness gracious, get rid of this guy.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's all good. We love it here. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us on this quick ride. It's time to park this van. And we would like to thank all of our supporters over on patreon.com/carpoolgaming, including our ultimate producers, Brendan Myers, aka The Winter Gamer, Jonathan Brown, whose link you can find at linktree/pme.jib, Jonas Young, and Tony Baker. Our platinum producers, Non-Smokin' Joe, The Captain, and Brian Reese. And our gold members, Adam K, Awesome Dave 1337, Benny Bradmore, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, John 32, Laura, Liger Woods 330, Mr. Giggles, Patrice Mallette, Peje EP, Stephen Keller, and TechMike. Thank you, everybody, for being a supporter on patreon.com/carpoolgaming. And if you would like to also be part of that list, head on over to our Patreon, choose a tier that's right for you, get a 7-day free trial on the exclusive tier, and try to see how many of our Patreon exclusive content you can fit into there. You won't get much through. I'll just tell you now.
You simply cannot.
Absolutely not.
But try.
Yeah, why not? Give it a go. That is it. Sean, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me screaming at my fellow co-hosts on the Nintendo Drive and also on the Xbox Drive right here at Carpool Gaming. You can find me on Blue Sky CPG Sean and streaming most mornings or I guess evenings if you're in the Southern Hemisphere over at twitch.tv/Carpool Gaming Live. Go check it out. Everything we do over is at carpoolgaming.com. We got a .com as well.
.com.
Yeah,
yes.
Join me in the Discord as well. I would love, if I may, for people to, because I know I come off it in a certain way. I'm not a cozy indie gamer, but I do think I got some indie cred. I think I've played some of these games. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys let me know.
Yeah.
You guys let me know.
It's fine. You don't have to be a cozy gamer to be an indie gamer. You're just where you're part of the big umbrella that is the indie gamers.
There's a lot, as it turns out.
Yeah. There's a lot of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
As for me, you can find me over on Blue Sky and Instagram at Foolish Fuji, YouTube and Twitch at Foolish Fuji, and for everything else, head on over to foolishfuji.com, and I do a couple other podcasts as well outside of Carpool Gaming, but that is pretty much it. Thank you again for listening to the Mini Indie Van, and we'll see you next month. Bye, everyone.
Card!